think at one point, since it got skipped, but back when Sato and oh my god, I can't think of Cap's character's name.
Laz.
I want to say Leander, but I was like, that's not it.
Too many L names. Damn it, Caps. You're welcome.
So weird. I knew a Lysander, not a Leander.
At one point, there was the two brothers, right? I think the really happy one, and the other one that acted like Sato.
Oh, yeah.
They went on a whole bout about adventuring and how fun it was, and this and that. And once everybody was separated, and after Laz and I were going to go into the guild or whatever, I was going to ask Laz a question.
Okay.
Master Lazarus,
Oh, Master. Oh, okay.
what is the concept of adventuring? I don't understand it. Where did it come from? To me, coming into this building, we're looking for jobs, ways to get paid. Why is it considered an adventure? Is it not just work?
Yeah, I think adventuring is looking for something. I think that looks different for everybody because everybody is looking for something different. You got like the people here looking for money, fame, fortune, looking for honor, glory. Some people looking for revenge or resolution, forgiveness. But some people looking for truth, answers. Some people looking for peace and quiet. Some people looking for purpose and meaning. And some people just looking for excitement. I think some of the people in here probably just trying to figure out what the hell it is they're looking for. What do I know? Just an old man who never outgrew the sarcasm of his youth.
I don't think that is true, Master Lazarus. It is. What you had just said there was very wise, at least to me. I realize now that, much like life, the Adventuring Guild is what connects most of us together. Because all pathways connect at different points in life. And who knows, maybe we'll find our answers, or maybe they'll point us in the right direction. Thank you.
That's fucking beautiful, man.
Anytime. The Adventuring Guild is where searches cross paths.
You hear from behind you. Man, that was the best description I've ever heard of adventuring in my life. I mean, you guys are great.
That went pretty good. I want to go over to the quest. The quest. What do they call them? Like just the clerk.
The
like
clerk,
the DM,
I guess.
The clerk of
The quest giver.
Yeah, there was another group in here probably a weekish ago called the Brothers in Arms. Do you happen to know where you might be able to get in contact with anyone associated with?
Yes. We heard that only one returned, and he is currently somewhere in the city, unfortunately, is the information that we have.
That is very unfortunate.
That narrows it down to about 2% of the landmass of the continent. So you've done excellent work. Thank you very much.
Unfortunately. I do apologize. I wish we had more information. Oh! I'm good at tracking people. I can help you track them down.
Is that
Is
the warlock? Is that the warlock?
Overly happy, cheerful
It is.
one.
Yeah, I can help you out.
No, we'll definitely have to check back with you.
I look at the brother. Have you tried neutering him? turn down all the chipperiness because it is so early in the morning sometimes he will get you killed.
I've tried everything.
Wait, neutering too?
I've tried taking away sugar. I've tried extra sugar. I've tried no caffeine. Nothing works.
You
just get
never
used
been
to it.
around children very much, have you? You don't give them extra sugar. You
I
give
don't
them
know.
carrots.
We're literally just a couple of orphans, man.
There's
You
a,
got
there's a
beat them with a bushel of carrots until they go
We
sleep.
just do what we can, man.
Go down to the apothecary, ask him for this new potion I heard about. It's called Benadryl.
It's called melatonin. Put him down.
NyQuil.
Melatonin's, how do you eat those? Do they have seeds in the middle?
Trouble as everyone was like just kind of having dinner. If you wanted to pull Abakir aside.
Mr. Abakir, mightn't I have a word with you?
Alright.
I'll take this to Jagger.
Hydrate.
I fear I must apologize to you. I was not fair in my outburst.
Which one?
The one directed at you. Although I do adamantly deplore being treated like a child, as I have not been one for years. My ire is not yours, and for this I must apologize. It was not fair for me to take this frustration out on you.
Well, I do appreciate that very much.
I appreciate what you have already done for this crew, this group, this collection of morons.
Thing, I get it, yeah.
I do not wish there to appear any further animosity from my end.
Well, I did not think that you were being animositous.
Is that a word?
Sure.
Animositis? Animositis.
I think he
I
said.
can't remember that one.
I think we have all understood what the word means. So as long as we are all on the same page as to what it means, it is now a word in the vernacular of the land, and we'll just have to teach the people.
You can make words?
They're called protologisms, and then once
It's
somebody else uses it, it's a neologism.
Wait,
We both
So
look
it's
at
not-
Laz, to which I then pelt Laz with a potato. You were not a part of this. Be gone, wicked thing.
Shiloh.
I look at Shiloh. What am I supposed to pelt you with even more? Was that the other father that we have an argument with?
no, they're all awful. They're all awful.
Oh, well, it was good to know that mine has been dead for so very long. He's not awful no more, so therefore.
Yes, well, I thought mine was dead. And now I have other questions.
Well, that's being the thing of life, isn't it? All them other questions. Well, I am very sure that of all the people in this group, the most tenacious of the ones are the little ones, and therefore you will solve all of your particular problems as time will allow.
I do hope so.
Don't rush these things; they will happen as they happen. That said, if you do see a chance to kick somebody in the testicles in order to advance your journey, I might highly recommend it. However, make sure they go down.
You needn't worry about me.
This has been Words of Wisdom with Abukir.
I am stronger than I look.
Agree.
Yeah, did anyone have any RP stuff they wanted to do for Prince?
Yeah. Les wanted to talk to Prince. Over dinner. It's about that soul sight thing.
Yeah, go ahead.
You know, the, 100 gold, damn, yeah. Hey, Prince, remember that thing you did? See, I don't know, did we know that Prince did that? Like, we didn't see any of that.
You didn't see it. Did Prince explain it?
Kind of. When everyone was gathered around and, she literally sank her hand into trouble. I think that deserved a bit of an explanation, so...
Yeah, I feel like you kind of laid it out to him. The stuff that you've been experiencing.
Yeah, probably like when... I guess we explained the stuff to the parents. Prince was the one who had the most knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like the thing you did with Trouble, when you saw Aura, do you like know how to do that with anyone?
Never tried, to be honest. People just kind of show up dead and then I can see them.
Well, yeah, that's...
The Trouble wasn't dead.
No. I mean, Jagger's pretty fucked up, but I don't know how close to dead he is.
Depends on the day.
Yeah. Poor guy. He's like, he wants to be a bard, but his charisma's shit, but he's got really, really good decks, so he can actually play the guitar pretty well, and he thinks that, like, it's not quite working out for him.
He plays good, he don't sing good.
Yeah.
What's on your mind, Lazarus?
Well, funny you should phrase it that way. You're just possibly a little...
That's ominous, okay.
Possibly a memory lingering a little too much. I was just wondering if maybe the way that you saw the stain on Trouble, if you were able to look at someone's soul, if you might be able to see something going on with me.
I'm willing to try. I can't promise you anything.
No, they're trying is... Yeah, I'll sit real still.
Okay.
Roll a d20 for me,
really?
Tiff.
Damn, fucking hell, dude, I'm not learning my dice.
You want me to re-roll for you?
No, I do not want you to roll for me.
I just rolled 2 19s.
You used up the good ones.
That's probably true. Because I did roll
Alright,
2 19s and a 9, so...
You'd roll her a nat 1 and she'd have wild magic while trying to...
Real fucking hell. No,
sense.
I have a dice emulator on my phone. There we go. Oh, shit. Hi. Screenshotting. That's a nat 20, sir.
Alright. You look at him, and you kind of... not focus your vision. In fact, you try to unfocus your vision. Just to see what you can possibly see. And for a moment, you do notice kind of I'll say, aura around him. You're not sure if that's his spirit or if that's his... what it could be. But after looking at it for just a few moments, you see flickers of... It's almost split almost two different things, two different souls, either wrap into one or fighting against each other to be one.
Is there any indication that one is stronger than the other, or are they like equal?
With a natural 20, you see they are almost completely equal. Ever so slightly, one will get an edge, and then the other will get an edge, but it's never more just a couple seconds. They're just fighting against each other equally.
It's the scene from the What If, where Killmonger and Ultron are in the crystal fighting each other.
Kind of that, or even like when Harry Potter and Voldemort are doing their app-rating thing, and they kind of do that thing. Kind of that.
So, just a quick question. What does Laz see of Prince when this is happening? Do I just like go cross-eyed?
No. Her eyes go completely white. And they have this slight, almost as if like there's smoke coming off of her eyes, but like it's this wispy, white, ethereal smoke. And she blinks, it's gone. So is the look around Laz.
She kind of, like you said, blinks and comes back, and she just has a quizzical look on her face and says, Eddie? So, have you ever heard of those twins that, there's twins in the mother, but when it comes out, it's just one, because one kind of absorbed the other? Any chance that's you? Any chance that happened to you?
Siobhan just, not that I knew of.
I mean, she was there when it happened.
Yeah, I was there the whole time.
All 48 hours. Oh, I'm just kidding.
So, I, granted, take this with a grain of salt because I'm new to this, but it kind of looks like there's two souls in you. That doesn't even make sense. I must have seen something wrong. I don't know, but that's just what it looked like.
No, that unfortunately makes a whole lot of sense.
Really?
Yeah. It's been that way for about 2 years.
Who is it?
I kind of feel like... Yeah, I've been going back and forth. I know the name, but I've been going back and forth about whether or not Laz would know the name. Because I feel like that's the sort of thing that would get classified.
Nah, you have no idea.
Yeah. I never actually even saw his face.
You never saw this person's face, but their soul is inside of you. And I'm new to this. I might be wrong. It looks like it's fighting for dominance.
It makes sense to me.
That also makes a lot of sense. Yeah, right, yeah. See. Anybody remember a couple of years ago, Prince was down on the Menagerie Coast.
Right, that was lady.
Huh?
Wish lady says, drop what, Bob? Don't worry about it.
Prince was out on the Menagerie Coast. There was a big, pretentious, lavish wedding, big, pretentious, lavish reception afterwards. And, someone tried to assassinate the prince, and some moron stopped it by stepping in the way. was me. I'm the moron.
Shiloh. Couldn't have said it better myself.
Oh, no. And when I did, felt this sharp pain in the back of my neck, and then everything went black. Except that it didn't. In the bar, right? Yeah, we're the barbarian. I was here. And he was here. And so, I didn't see his face, but I saw, I guess, the way he saw himself. And we fought. And we fought. And we fought. And we died, and we came back, and we fought. Until both of us were lying, dying in the wreckage of this place. And in the final thought that I thought I would ever have, I reached into his mind and I ripped his power out and buried it underneath of my own mind. And I woke up with the worst migraine I have ever experienced in my entire life. And no accident. And 3 days had passed, but I was alive, and they sent me home. I was just curious.
It's around this time where that vision, the shared vision of the previous party, takes hold of them. And as soon as they come back, they all collectively, well, shit.
What?
Holding, you look over through all of them, and Thava is now holding this melon-sized blue sphere.
What the fuck is that?
Shiloh gets up out of his chair, walks over to the bar, grabs a bottle, and walks to the door to the back area and slams the door, leaving the room.
Would someone care to explain what the fuck just happened?
Siobhan. Oh dear. Been quite a few years. But dear, that's what happened when a god feels like they can intrude on a conversation and force you into one of their own.
A god? What god?
Jean takes a long drink. That would be the Stormlord Core. We all kinda got tied up to him one way or another during the whole situation. And he found a way to help us out. And he points to the sphere in Thava's hands. This will help hide the eggs. All we have to do is pour our power into it, making all of us, gesturing to the previous party members, next to useless.
Well, that's remarkably stupid.
It's a god for you. Should I check on Dad while this explanation happens?
She shakes her head. Leave him be. I'll talk to him later. The one problem is, we'll need Bells. She was there with us just then. Prince, do not worry, she is alive. Otherwise, she wouldn't have been present for that.
Yeah, I've been trying to get a hold of her. Kind of just figured she was on another plane.
She is. She'll be on her way shortly.
Inside check.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Insight check for sure.
Sending Stone doesn't have cosmic roaming.
I got 19. I don't know what Sato's in.
19.
Intelligence is.
Okay. That's still pretty good.
Oh.
That's wisdom.
So, Sato, you look over. She looks like. How to describe it? Whatever Bells is going through, or wherever she's at, is making Siobhan just go, well, shit, that's gotta suck.
Crap.
I don't know how to describe that any better, unfortunately. The thing we gotta mention is if we do this, that's gonna put a complication in what's gonna help you, Trouble. I found out why we weren't able to kill this thing.
Yes, Chef.
Lazarus, go get your dad.
Get him.
As soon as you go through the door, the rest of you in the room feel very, very, very hot. Like you are all standing next to a fucking forge. And you hear this explosion of sound and heat. And standing in the very center of the room is Sound of Bells, holding a blue gem that then crumbles to dust. She is physically, she looks okay. Her clothes are singed to all hell. Her fur is smoking. She smells like smoke. Like thick, acrid smoke.
Prince runs up to her to check on her.
You go, she's warm. Like, being near her is where, like, she was just in a very, very hot place and came here.
Where in the nine hells were you?
That is a very good question. A very accurate one.
Yeah.
I need water, and I need water now.
Raylan gets up and gets it for her.
Siobhan is with you. She fills a pitcher. You fill a pitcher. You walk over. Siobhan gives her one, and she literally just... and you all just hear this sizzling... she takes the one from you, Kaylin, and gulp, gulp, gulp. Just... it's pouring down. She is completely soaked. She hands it back to you. More.
She gets her more.
Hi, everyone. Well, hell. goes, sits down. Avernus. Just the first level. I was trying to track down Elowen, and some people were there on her trail as well, or on my trail. I don't really know right now. A brief fight ensued, and next thing I know, well, I'm in hell. I've been there for about a month. There, anyway. How long is it here?
Please hold.
Not long.
We cut to Lazarus. You go in the back room, and your dad is sitting at his, desk where he does all the paperwork shit. Where Siobhan does most of the paperwork, and he signs shit.
Where Mom does the taxes, right? Yeah.
Yeah. And he's just got the bottle sitting on the desk.
Okay. Can we wait on that? Have we had the noise in the other room has already happened?
Yeah. Did you turn around?
I probably stopped in the door.
Okay. Well then, yeah, you saw that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, so that's what Laz said to his dad. He's like, about the bottle, can we wait on that?
He looks over at you. Go ahead and make an insight check. I'll give you advantage because this is your father.
That's a 19.
Something is heavily bothering him. He is not angry. He is extraordinarily sad.
You saw the whole team, didn't you?
Let's just go. He gets and kind of not pushes past you, but goes by you. She's poured the water on her. She's got the second pitcher. She downs it, puts it down, and she looks over at John. Now, I know there are pressing matters that we need to deal with right now, but I would like to ask everyone to leave, step outside for about 5 minutes.
Why?
There are things I need to say.
Just say.
John stands up. It's all right, everyone. Step out.
I'm gonna think to John as I walk past him. Do you want me to telepathically remain connected to you while we're outside or not?
It's best if you don't, kid.
It's not what I asked.
No. I'm about to face the woman whose husband I killed. I'd rather do that alone. Thaba gets up, still
Was
holding,
Kaylin?
and she steps out. Kaylin, what?
As Kaylin walks past Bells, she's just gonna put her hand on her shoulder and just say, "Don't kill him," and walk out.
Everyone else following suit?
Yeah.
It's bold of you to
I-
assume
I
I
would follow
was
my brother out.
in the room.
He's
I
anyway,
will
Jay.
state, Mazikeen is sitting on one of the shelves by the bar.
Okay. So if you wish, you can listen in.
Chigano.
Everyone,
I don't think this man's gonna last the night.
everyone steps out. The door is shut. And it is a tense and very quiet 5 minutes.
Speak to yourselves. I'm going to go to the kitchen for some stew.
Certainly can. You don't hear anything from inside. No crashing, no spells being slung, not even yelling and screaming. Kaylin, do you listen in?
Yes. She doesn't entirely trust these people, so she's like, I want all the information I can. I'm respectful and look like I'm respectful, but I'm gonna listen in.
All right. Roll a perception check for me.
Okay.
This is gonna be. Ooh, this is gonna reveal something sooner than I thought.
Let's see.
Depending on how much they get into it, I gotta figure out how to word some stuff. Okay, so you hear it.
I hear all of it.
Good
That's
enough, good
just
enough.
Nat 20 for a 24.
For the first 2 minutes, they stand there. Jean does not meet her eyes, and Prince just looks at him. She walks up to him, and you can see he like tenses up, ready to get slapped, punched, cursed, whatever's coming. And she hugs him. And in a quiet voice that you barely hear, Caitlin, I learned some things when I was down there. I learned the way you messed with the memories. And I learned why you did what you did. She pulls back and looks at him. You're gonna need to tell them eventually. You can't hold this forever. John lets one single tear go down. I'll hold it as long as he needs me to. And longer still. Because that's the promise I made. And I have been and always will be a man of my word. After a few minutes, the door opens. And bells. You may come in now. Thank you for the privacy.
Anyone bleeding?
No, I didn't strike him. I simply said what I needed to say. As you step up, she hugs you very tightly, Prince.
Prince hugs her back, of course.
You all get in and get around the table. Drinks are put down. Shiloh stays by the bar but is near. Jean looks at you, Trouble. I've been working on this every day since what happened. None of us could figure out why the spell couldn't finish him off. Why we couldn't just kill him there and then. It's because there were pieces of him left out there. We couldn't kill him because not all of him was there, and the spell needs all of them in one single piece.
That is very obnoxious.
Like that black pearl we found?
Exactly. To my knowledge, there's 5 of them, not including the eggs. You all found one. Which means 2 things. We need to find the rest of the pieces. We need to bring them together. And second, Trouble. You need to hold them in. You think you could do that, kid?
I can try. He hasn't found me yet, more than the once. And I managed to slip away from him just then. No, I think I've got the little bastard under control. Not fully, but enough.
With every piece we find, it's going to be harder. More and more of him will be complete. More of his power. And it'll be harder to hold back. Only advice I can give you is lean on your friends when you need to. They can help you.
It's a bit hard for me to lean on them. They're quite a bit taller than me.
I did just snort. Nope.
Then they will carry you.
No, we've had a conversation. They're not allowed to do that.
Metaphorically.
No, I'm not.
Trouble. Metaphorically.
Ah, okay.
If you're unconscious, do we have preemptive permission to carry you?
If you must.
Okay.
I have so many questions about this.
I'm sure.
And most of them start with what the fuck?
Trust me, that's the beginning of a lot of my questions, too.
To be fair, I kind of figured this is where we were going. I just wasn't sure how to tell you.
Are we sure she has to take them all? We can't share the burden or anything?
For some reason, she hasn't been taken over. She hasn't...
Oh, it's because you can't find me.
I understand that. I've been in your mind, too, and that is a hellscape of a maze, kid.
Oh.
Don't worry about it. I've been in everyone's mind. It's kind of my thing.
That is wildly problematic.
I'm aware. And all the rest of them are all nodding. Like, they all agree with you. It's a fucking problem.
I need an adult.
I need an adult here, adult.
Yeah, I'll say that was a good idea.
What's that, Abakir?
Who in the hell thought that was a good idea?
At this point, I can't even think about doing it. It just happens.
Yeah, it's not a good enough excuse.
It's the only one I got.
Just try to remember to ask, right? I've been reminding myself. Remember to just try. Baby steps.
Siobhan,
I highly.
are you saying that we need to go get the eggs? All of them? I'm saying we need to get them before they do. And unfortunately, while I was captured with the cult, they said that they're going to be moving on to find the eggs, and they're getting close to breaking down the barriers. That's orb right there. We'll make sure those barriers stay intact long enough for us to gather them. Unfortunately, long enough for you guys to gather them. Because as Stava said, we'll be next to useless.
I have a real simple question. It doesn't involve multiversal monstrosities directly.
I wouldn't mind those.
How long have they been embedded in the government?
Siobhan. Quite a few years. We've been out of touch, mostly, but I still get word here and there of the goings on in the world. It's not our place to face this thing anymore. We can't face this thing again.
Oh, good. You've learned.
Thava talks. More than you know. More than I hope you ever know. I hope you're able to destroy this thing without ever laying eyes on what it truly is. I remember the first time we saw it in its entirety, and I've never been more afraid of anything in my life.
When there is a lull in the conversation, Prince is going to lean into her mother. Are you going to do it too? You've given up your power for this thing?
We all made a promise, dear, to make sure that this thing never finds a way to come together again.
I know. I get it, but well, what about the claim? You're one of the fiercest protectors.
Mama's pretty fierce herself. In fact, I'll be talking to them soon. With all of us here being as useless as we're gonna be, we'll be practically sitting ducks. So I'm gonna call them.
What?
And they'll help protect us.
This feels counterintuitive. Why give up your power to hide something that we're just going to retrieve?
Because if we don't, they'll be getting to the eggs way before any of us could ever get there. There's no right answer to this. Only the best we got with the information we have. Only this time this thing ain't walking away. This time, with all of you, we can kill it. If you're willing.
Prince will speak up and just tell the group. I don't know the rest of your families, and I'm sorry, but I trust Mother, and if this is what she wants to do, I trust her judgment. But I think the decision comes down to trouble. This is putting everything on you.
Trouble, I gotta be honest with you. I don't know if at the end of this, you'll survive.
I know. I've known that for a while. In fact, I've known that since the first time I died. I don't make it through this. That was never the goal. The goal was that they do. And that I go as far as I can.
Prince is not looking happy where she's sitting.
Neither is Caitlin.
Bells. You sound a lot like someone we used to know.
Well, they were probably batshit crazy.
Wait,
Every one of them burst out
I
laughing.
for a lost cause.
Every one of them burst out laughing.
That being said, I don't want to die. But I'm okay with it.
I'm gonna keep
If
working
it happens,
If there's a way to get you out of this alive, I'm gonna find it, alright?
if there's a better path, we'll take it. Until then,
We take the
Just
path that's
now.
in front of us.
Especially if that path takes us to the beach for my toys and days in the sun.
As you say that, Siobhan. Well, if you're looking for the eggs, mine will in fact take you to a beach.
what is the tie and why is it yours? And can I have one?
And I just already know there's not going to be the little drinks with the umbrellas in them.
I'll make you one tonight. My best thought right now is that we find one by one. Only one of us will tell you where our egg is at a time. That way the location stays as secret as possible for as long as possible.
I would like to make a recommendation.
We'll all leave.
Don't tell me the locations. Never. I'll go along. But don't put that information in my head.
It's not a bad idea. All right. A lot has happened. A lot's been said. Let's all try and get some sleep. We'll come at this a little more clear heads in the morning.
Don't do anything drastic until then.
Absolutely no promises.
I figured we had already done that by, waking up today.
Cap, if you're talking,
Can't hear you, baby.
I can't hear anybody.
Prince is looking down at the table and she's kind of mutters, "Killing a dragon sounds easy now."
Believe me, honey, killing a dragon was pretty easy compared to all of this.
To be fair, what I remember of it, killing a dragon was fairly easy.
You want to repeat that?
To be fair, she was sitting in a tank.
I was in a tank the whole time. What she remembers of it was fairly easy.
Load, done. Load, done.
I feel like that's a moment where we all just like start talking about the dragon fight, just like laying all the stuff out. Like,
Real quick, Lazarus said, "I'm really glad we told her to go home before we came back inside."
Yeah.
That's what he was trying to say.
Thava stands in the center of the room and holds out the orb. All right. Everyone ready for this? They all walk over and stand in a circle. Roll perception checks, everyone.
Not 20.
Hey!
damn. Not to me. I got stuck using this dice emulator.
Roll
So that's
that
an
number.
18.
Well,
Perception is 21.
So, everyone but I think Kaylin notices.
18.
So you do too. Everyone, I think, except for Kaylin, would notice, whether it was on purpose or just habit. You notice that there is kind of a spot that is empty in this circle that they make. Jean walks forward. Yeah, we've done dumber things. And they all place their hands on the orb. And you watch as the orb glows with a bright blue light, electric blue. And you can almost see the energy being poured from them into this orb. After a few moments, they look exhausted. And the orb is glowing a bright blue, and in the center it looks like a maelstrom, lightning everywhere. Well, it's done then. Bells, Prince, I'm gonna go call Mama. Tell them to start heading here. Thava, if you would... Yeah, I know. I'll call Core. As they all head up to bed, that is where we're going to call it tonight.
Prince is holding her tail, just for that image. Nervously holding her tail.
Yeah, they're gonna call in the tribe, and they're gonna call in Core, and try again to call New Moon, or Full Moon. And have them protect them, because they are all now level 1.
Laz puts an arm around Prince.